Okay, viewers, this is Dr. VOND, Dr. James VOND speaking, and today's date is Sunday, the 1st of March 2026, and right now I'm at my usual location of filming, and that's Broadgate in Coventry City Centre, and that's the Lady Godiva statue beside me there, right behind me, the famous Lady Godiva, not to be confused with Lady Gaga from New York. So this is Coventry City on the 52nd parallel north latitude, a city in the West Midlands area of England, UK, equivalent to latitudes on the continent as Amsterdam in the Netherlands, Berlin in Germany, and Warsaw in Poland, just to mention a few there. And also most of the cities in Midlands are on the 52nd parallel north latitude, interestingly. Even Birmingham, Leamington Spa, Warwick, Leicester, Nottingham, Cambridge, Great Yarmouth, etc. And that's it about the location. So that's a Lady Godiva statue there, a famous figure for the city. Obviously, quite relevant for my video today message. Obviously, she's raising money there for her times. Obviously, when she was around, obviously hundreds of years ago. But that's the legend. And she rode naked, by the way, on a horse. And that wasn't the Holland district either, in Amsterdam. And even there, they do wear bikinis still, not completely naked, you know. That's one stage further, isn't it? That's almost like Naked Attraction, you know, on UK TV. One stage further, and they're saying that they're not explicit. They're more explicit than the Holland, if you ask me, on shows like that, for instance. And obviously, that's for a charitable cause, taxation, etc. You know, so she's raising money there. And I've got the same message here from my viewers, you know, who are known to me, and they know that I'm struggling right now with finances, and it's a very hard time for me. Obviously, I'm not being funded well, and I'm on 5 social media platforms. Incidentally, that's Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and YouTube for over 5 years now, and I haven't made much out of it. Not many donations there. Maybe the odd occasion someone's given me a $5 or something. Very rarely do they pay me. So obviously, the message is very poignant, and a reminder to those viewers out there, if they can help out, do go ahead, help out, and don't hesitate to send me any amount of money. And I'll give you my bank account details, as well as it being listed on the screen itself. So if you're in, let me just pause the video here because it's just turned 5 o'clock, and about 44 minutes to sunset time. Local sunset time, 5:44. It's getting quite dark now, almost sunset time. It's 5 p.m. there, so you can see the clock there, 5 p.m. in the background. Just to confirm the time I'm here at the location. So that's the background location time confirmation there of this video. And obviously on the 1st of March 2026. And I'll give you my bank account details now. Okay, in the UK, you just need to quote my sort code and account number. And those details are sort code 110212 and account number 14112566. But for my international views outside the UK, don't forget you can help me out as well. And you haven't helped me out at all at the moment. So I don't know why my international viewers are helping me out. They must be in the third world or something. I don't know what's happening with them. I'm sure they are billionaires and millionaires. Most of the millionaires and billionaires are in the USA, incidentally. There are 2 in Europe, I've mentioned in the top 10. And those are the Ortego guy from Spain, and also the luxury goods guy in France. And that's Bernard Arnault. So those two are in the European area, but most of them are in the USA, the top 10 billionaires. But I've mentioned them in my lists as well. So anyone can donate money to me, and they don't have to be billionaires or millionaires. So even if you're still wealthy and you know, reasonably above average, so you can still help me out. And like I said, international views, you need to quote my IBAN number, the international bank account number, which is GB 84HLFX 110212 1411 2566. And you might also need to quote my BIC or SWIFT number for the bank account. And that's HLFX GB21F28. And that's it. With those details, you should be able to pay me from anywhere in the world. There's no really excuse to not pay me. You've got the option and opportunity now to pay me. Now that I've supplied you with the details, obviously. So it's just down to your prerogative, your freedom to spend as much as you want, how much you want to donate. So it's totally down to you, my viewers, how much you want to donate to me. And I'm not putting pressure on anyone. But obviously, the greater the better, the greater the amount of donation, the better, obviously. But any amount will suffice, even if it's a trickle. So that's what I'm saying. And obviously, it's a rising cost of living these days, and then they're all going to end up like that, maybe, you know, like Lady Godiva. That's kind of tragic, isn't it? Obviously. I can't even afford a woman these days, you know, that's how tough it is these days. I've lost my car, and that was scrapped due to MOT failure last year in May 2025. I haven't had a car since then. I've also had my house seized off me, my family house. That was back in April 2023. I seized my council house, a family council house. And I've been living in only supported housing, a bedroom for myself ever since. Not ever since, actually. 13 months after Rough Car Sleeping Ordeal. And I was discovered by the JCT Jesus Centre and offered a supported housing ever since. So it's only recently that means I've been in supported housing. But for 13 months, I've had to endure sleeping rough in my car upon being rendered homeless back on 26th of April 2023. So it's been a horrendous ordeal, obviously, and but I'm only in supported housing at the end of the day nowadays. So that's all I can say. And it's not my own place. I'm still bidding for my own place. So people are free to donate any amount of money to me. They can help me out for housing purposes. Just the cost of living, you know. I can't even afford a masseuse, put it that way, you know. Comfort women, that's what they call them, I think, in the Far East or somewhere. You know, below the belt area kind of service, you know. Like you service your car, but I don't even have that for my woman. No TLC at all, you know. I can't afford one, maybe, you know. Maybe you need to help me out. Maybe send some money over. And women ain't free, are they? Everyone knows that. You know, so help a guy like me out, that's all I'm saying. Send some money over. I am impoverished, and I do think they have more luck. Obviously, Bernie Ecclestone's classic example, multi-billionaire, Formula One, and he's been married again, obviously, to his, I think it's his third wife, and he's kidded her as well. Really late in his 80s and 90s, you know, almost 89 or something, you know, and really old age, became a dad again. So don't leave it too late. That's what I'm saying, you know, and help me out now in the present day and age. And obviously, I'm not expecting to be necessarily a billionaire, you know, but you can send as much as you want. There's no limit there. If someone wants to make me a billionaire, they can also do that as well. That's opportunities up to them as well. But even for now, just, you know, basics, you know, that's what I'm into at the moment. You know, a standard house for myself, a car maybe, you know, transportation. And then obviously women, of course, I am struggling with women. I don't have that luck with the women either. So there's the only luck I've got, you know. You can have a nude look there, you know. Lady Godiva, you know. Who does that remind you, you know? Lady something. There's Lady Herbert's garden here as well in Coventry, not far from here. If you walk about that a couple of 100 yards, Lady Herbert's garden. It's a little park. And the other lady you know is obviously Lady Gaga. Anyway, so sobrishness isn't all what it deemed to be. You know, just do remember, if they're appearing on TV, they're not necessarily, you know, high rollers. Like, take myself for example. Obviously, I'm the worst case. I'm high profile, but zero in the bank balance. That's the dilemma there, and obviously that's where I lack credibility. On 5 multiple platforms, that is, even, and for over 5 years, and I'm still not, you know, as popular as those in terms of money, credibility, income, you know, generating. So I do rely on my generous viewers. That's all I can say. I'll end this video now and head towards Primark maybe. I've got my headphones on, you know, the wireless ones. They're quite useful actually. They keep your ears warm as well. In this coldish kind of weather. It's not too cold, but it's almost like I'm wearing earmuffs, you know. Okay, I think I'll end this video soon. Let me just get to that. So local history here, obviously. I might show you some local history as well. So obviously we're not going to be Mannix here, something like that. Just recent arrivals, you know, something. Recent descendants. I think the history goes back to about 10th or 11th century for this particular city. I think there's a canonised view there. I won't actually show you. I'll just get Primark in. I'll stick to the modern city actually. And that's where I belong, obviously, the modern city and history, of course. Dr. VOND, Dr. James VOND, otherwise Dr. James VONDUTCH, in full, on Sunday, 29th, no, it's not 29th, it's the 1st of March. 1st of March 2026 in Broadgate Coventry City Centre. So do remember to send any amount of money you can, and don't hesitate. And that's about it really. That's the message for today.